Alright, in this video I'll just show all the skips I could find in Tower of Vindictive maneuvers. I am currently in the practice place. I have the thrust fix enabled, so you can practice Pit of Mystery Towers in here. It is terrifying in the practice place. Wait, who owns the practice place? Gamma? Because he's the owner now, but okay, whatever. Let's just get on with this. I'll just show them in chronological order. Okay, for one, you could like I jump this, but it's not really worth it. These wrapped up pretty easy, so I won't do that. And I'll just show the scripts that I personally use. I mean, it's really dark, so I just go and I play this in like first person. Alright, here, the next skip. You can like a jump up here, and then you jump to here and jump to here. Or you can do a like a jump headed there, which I thought was the only way to get up there, but no, you can just jump to here. Although it's like some of the hard long jump, so be careful. Also be careful not to slip off when like jumping up here. It's like a 13 or 14 slot like jump. It's kind of weird since it's only a wedge. And then nothing interesting. Here you can like jump to skip this wrap, but I've heard on floor 2 there's a checkpoint, so I wouldn't skip the wrap first and only use it as a recovery. Same with these wraps. You could like jump them to skip them, but I would rather do like up until here. I mean up until here, do it legit. And then you can like jump up here, 14 studs, jump on top of here, and jump down there. Just skip all of this. And for the last skip of floor 2, there's a 14 stop like and jump up here. You can also wrap around to this side first, even though I don't know if that's gonna kick you. And then do a like sort of long wall hop. You can only have to do 3 to here to skip all of the rest of floor 2. Yeah. And then here you can do a like jump to climb on top of that to skip 1 wrap. And then here for a good skip, which pretty much everyone knows, you can just do a high jump, wall hop on this. Like, you know, see how this is like connected up here, so you can just wall hop on this. And then jump to here to skip all of floor 3, pretty much. Then on floor 4, you have to do this legit, I believe. Then the skip I use, you have to go all the way up here to like jump up on top of here. Jump to here and skip a pretty good chunk of this floor. Self-set jumps, be careful. If you fall here, you'll be teleported back to the beginning of floor 4. Like a jump up here, you can then do like a self-set jump there, jump down here, and get in here. Then you can like a jump up here, and just this. Do this legit. You could do a like a jump to skip like 1 wrap if you want to. And then for a pretty obvious or like easy skip, it doesn't even require like a jumping, just jump to climb this. Then you could like a jump up this, although I don't think this jump is possible. No, you have to like jump up here, then jump to here. You could either do a long jump and climb at the end, or wall up like that. Yeah, and then you can just jump to here if you want, and then do these flicks. Be careful to not hit your head on that. Then up here, you jump up here and do this jump. Then climb this. Be careful, you can sort of save yourself if you fail to that climb up, but it's pretty risky. After that, you can do this and hold up. I don't know if it's in the real game, but like this outlining where my mouse is like can collect through like this entire area. Oh, never mind. Like only like this area, I guess. This thin area, maybe. Like I think it's almost not saving myself once, because like I fell down here, but it also kind of through. I don't know how this is, but so I don't know. I don't think you actually like have to do this wrap then. But then you're on to floor 6, which is pretty much netted. And I am not showing skips that are not included in my route since I haven't done those, so sorry about that. But on floor 6 there's not really many skips. You can high jump up here to directly jump to the air, and I jump this wrap. And then for a pretty massive skip, like I jump up here, and then wait for the spinner on a good cycle. If you stand like this, you won't get pushed off by the other spinner. And then there's like a couple scenarios or like options for what to do. It's either you're early, which is the best one, just jump off, or you have to avoid one wall. Like this is kind of worse, but it's a pretty good skip. And then you could do these wraps, or you can do a 14-shot lag and jump to skip pretty much all of them. Yeah, get under this frame, and you will get darkness, which is you can't see anything, but you can just walk off, and the darkness will go away. Same with this, you can just walk off. It's pretty safe. Or you could try to like jump on top of those, and from here you can jump to the end. Or if you want to be extra safe, do another 14-shot lag and jump then to here. You can do this section. You could I don't think it's worth it if you want to skip this standard wrap. But you can do this. You can do a lag and jump to skip this one. Then for another pretty good skip, although I actually don't know if it's like the intended route. You could do a lag and jump here. Let me do the actually lag and jump to get rid of your lighting or darkness, like that. Just lag and jump up here, just get rid of that. It's a pretty convenient thing. Then jump down here to the spinner, and this thing is pretty annoying. Like it blocks the neon stuff. You could do a lag and jump to skip this, like on a line set wrap, but it's not really that hard, so I wouldn't do that. Then here, the end of floor 7. So you could just jump up there, but there's an even bigger skip coming up. This section is, for me, somewhat tough. I failed this like a couple of times. And I don't know if this will kick you, so I would do this section up until here, legit. And then you can, if you land up here, be careful not to slip off. Do a lag and jump to get here. To skip this wrap, which I found hard, and then do a wall hop to skip the other one if you can. It's pretty safe, since if you fail the wall hop, you can just stand there and then get to floor 8. Floor 8 has a pretty good skip. Skips pretty much all of floor 8. So you're just doing levels of high jump here, and then there's like a couple of options on how to get on top of those platforms. I know at least 3 of them, but all require high jumping, like high jumping, I mean. So the one I used is like a jump and then wall hop to here. The other one, which is like way more risky, is like a jumping and then trying to climb that like that. But that's way too risky, and I felt like twice trying to do that in a real run. So I recommend going on 60 and doing manual flick if you wall hop on like that. And then you can do a also like shift wall hop, but I don't know if I'm really good at that, but you can just test out those 3. After that, you want to continue on this way, on this mirror thingy section. And then for another good skip, to skip pretty much all of floor 8, is there's like a part, like here where my mouse is. You can wall up on that and then wall up on the frame. So let me try to do it. It will take a few attempts, but it's pretty risk free, so be careful not to slip off. Like, look at that, I was wall hopping that. Okay, and then land here. That is only the first, and that's the easy half of the skip, because you can skip like just continue, but I don't know. The actual good part is wall hopping to there. You skipped a lot of, like skipped all of floor 8, the remaining part, and a good jump of floor 9. So what I did is, like, there's like a couple of options. You can do a manual flick or wall hop to there. It's just whatever you prefer. So you can do 3 of those, or like 2 of those. Or what I did in my real run, which is really riskier, but like that, do a 1 manual flick wall hop. I mean, you can do that. I actually don't know which one's better, but this one I did in my real run, so I guess you can do that. After that, continue up here, and then you can do a lag and jump to climb this truss, ladder. And this is pretty high, so it's pretty safe, but it can take like a couple of minutes if you really try, like, do it in a real run. So be careful, but it is safe and it skips a lot. So all of these, by the way, if I didn't say, won't kick you. because it didn't kick me in a real run. And I will show the footage. I mean, I didn't show the entire run footage, but just my winning completion. And then for another good skip is you want to lag and jump there to get to here. And this is kinda risky, but this is my strat. You just like lag and jump, shift, hold jump, and go up there. Like if you fail to lag and jump, just press left immediately. But you want to keep holding space, since then you will be able to do it like that. This should be the safest strategy. You also try to like, I don't know, do like this, but this is way more riskier, I think. If you're like not good at lag and jumping. Oh, what's my cursor? But if you fail, you can try to climb like the truss, but no, this is way riskier. And yeah, those are the two methods I came up with, I think. You can also like not use zip lock at the end, but I don't know. And then be careful, because a friend told me that it will kick you if you skip like a jump up here, and then directly lag a jump up to 410. That will skip a checkpoint, I heard. So you want to jump down here. But if you already did this part first, like do this, be careful, and then jump up here and do these wraps, which this is an insta-kill, then you can also just jump down here to skip this 10.5 set wrap. Then you can just lag a jump up here to skip those sections. Until 410, you can lag a jump to skip this 6.5 thing wrap. You can skip those. You can skip here, and here you do a jump direct to here. It's kind of a long jump, and also this part above you is an insta-kill, so I would not recommend jumping, but you can just jump here, but not there, I think. But it's kind of RNG based. If you jump out of this, you might get killed. Okay, be careful here. Don't jump. Just walk off here, then walk off here. Do these wraps on the outside. Then you're onto the second part of floor 10, which you cannot skip this, but you can skip this 10.5 set wrap by two options, but this is the harder option. You can either wall hop this, or you can, and whatever I did, is directly jump to this, and then just climb this part. Pretty easy. Here you can skip this stick out as well. You can skip this as well if you want to. It's not, but if you want to, I guess. Then you have to do this. Be careful not to die here. And be careful on this, since in my real run, I climbed this, but I failed a flick. Like I just fell down here. So I had to do all of that. But I still beat it, the same run, so that's nice, since I fluked for 10 entirely. But I have no proof of it, but whatever. So just do like a shift lock flick on that. And then here, this is pretty easy, but it is an insta-kill, so be careful. I would just jump over this one step off if you really don't want to risk losing your run. Then here is a bounce thing. And just get off here, jump down here, and do this last jump and then walk to the end. That was my route, which I'll just show, but yeah. And then up here, you have to do those wraps. Get in here if you want to. If you don't know how to do that, you want to just jump in, I think. It might take a few attempts, but something like that. And those are all the skips I know of and I used. Then for the one optional skip that I didn't use, but I don't think it's really worth it, since I already figured out how to skip it, is this wrap on 7. If you want to lag a jump up here, and there's a wall hop around the frame to over there, but that might be a bit, what am I saying, a bit overstretched. Right, and now I will just show the footage where I won. So it won't kick you if you use the skips that I talked about, unless I said that it might be risky, so just do the first section legit, and then use it as a recovery skip. Yeah. Okay, goodbye. And this is way too loud. Well, that is Vindictive Maneuvers Win. Okay, you can ignore what I said in chat, but in my opinion, it's around 9.33 with skips. So yeah, this is my current Obby completion spreadsheet, whatever. I just like to put it I don't know. Okay. Well, yeah. Goodbye. Anyway, I forgot to say one thing, and that is, I beat it in Pit of Mystery of EToH. There's also like a lag-free Pit of Mystery in the Eternal Abyss, which is like a sort of official sequel to it, to Pit of Mystery. But I don't know if the checkpoints are the same in there. I doubt it, so I don't know if the skips will work in there. But yeah, goodbye.